This week I'm bringing you the vlog from sunny Essex, and we really have had an amazing week of weather. Back during those long winter months and the very wet spring, I couldn't imagine that we'd be cutting dry wheat at the end of July. My expectations for harvest were very low, but I think it's safe to say that they have been exceeded with the crops we've cut so far. Unfortunately, we might have started with the best first. You may have seen our new fellowship scheme, which has been launched to MPs. The aim of this scheme is to try and have our champion MPs on the backbenches that really understand the value of food and farming, what we contribute to our local economies, and what the food sector delivers for our national economy. It's been great to be sponsored by many industry partners, and the scheme has been massively oversubscribed. We've announced the 20 MPs that are going to commit to taking part in that scheme, and we look forward to working with them so that they can be our food and farming champions on the backbenches of the House of Commons. On Wednesday, David had the opportunity to have a meeting with Daniel Zeichner. He raised all of the issues that are pertinent to members, particularly with the SFI transition, how that's working in the uplands, how it's working for tenant farmers. What does food security really mean? At the moment, we're light on policy, but it's great to have the access to the farming ministers and be able to make our point. It was also the DEFRA summer reception on Wednesday evening, where I was able to meet with all of the DEFRA secretaries. It was fantastic to meet Mary Craig for the first time, but also have conversations with Daniel Zeichner and Emma Hardy around water and food security, and Steve Reed around the National Planning Policy Framework. If we're serious about delivering for food security, then they need to take the opportunity within the planning system to prioritise planning permissions which are going to deliver for food security. A presumption in favour, if it's going to deliver for that national food security, is something which could be included within that MPPF. We will be responding to that consultation. Next week is our first Shed Talk. This is a great opportunity for members to engage with policies that are going to have an impact on your businesses. It's a great opportunity to make sure that you understand the work that's going on inside the NFU, and for our experts to come to you on farm. Rachel's going to be hosting the first of those Shed Talks, and I'll hand over to her now.
We're just getting the shed ready for next week's NFU Shed Talk. It's the first one of its kind, and we're going to see how it goes on our family farm above Riponding. We're going to be doing a panel talk about green finance. What does it mean? Is it a thing? Hopefully debunking some of those myths. We've got Helen Avery, myself, James Robinson, Poppy Sherborne, where we're going to be having a general conversation, and hopefully you'll be able to get involved and ask your questions as well. We're also going to be hearing from John and Eden Hills. They're an amazing couple that I met about 8 weeks ago on their farm, where they're selling lamb on a TikTok box gate. It's quite extraordinary what they've managed to do in a very short period of time. We're going to finish the evening off with an opportunity to mingle amongst ourselves, chat to each other, ask questions, farmer to farmer, and also with some of the experts from NFU. And we're going to be treating ourselves to a hog roast as well. What's not to like? This is the last few days of booking on, so we're talking next Thursday, 8th of August, 4 o'clock onwards, NFU Shed Talks here on our farm.
I'm sure that the event on Rachel's farm next week will be a fantastic success, and I look forward to updating you next week. Thank you very much for listening.